Bob Freeman here with MarineMax in Naples, Florida. I'm here today to show you the Sea Ray 2019 310 SLX with the outboards. You're going to see just by right behind me, this boat is popping. It's the new rally red finish. Really, it just pops really nicely. And what they've done is they've two-toned it, where they've got the red on the bottom of the hull, then they put the white in, and then they picked up the red again. So very, very cool, very, very sharp on the water. And as you can see the lines of the boat all the way to the bow. Beautiful, beautiful hull design, and really, really sharp. You've got the stainless steel insert on the rub rail coming down, and then you've got the hard top. So the hard top is it's really it does a couple things very nicely. Other than giving you the shade, you don't get any canvas rattle at all. So like when you're going fast and you've got a bimini top, the canvas rattles, makes a noise. Hard top, we don't get any of that. But if you do want the sun, that completely folds back. You can get the sun or the stars, whatever it may be. You still get that. And then on the back of it, we've got a retractable automatic shore shade. So if you want the sun, you can sit in the back. You're perfect. If you don't want the sun, I can put this out, extend it all the way to the back of the boat. Gives you nice shade, keeps you out of the sun, especially in the summer months. It's nice to have that if you want it. As we move to the back of the boat, we have the dynamic running surface. And then we're going to move around to the back of the boat. This is powered by the Mercury Verados. They're fantastic. This is high-powered engines for this boat. They're dual 350s. It's up to maybe a 50-mile-an-hour boat, top end, and and it pops right out of the hole with the 350s on the back. So all the power you're going to need for the back. So let's hop on board and take a look at the rest. Here we are up on board the 310 SLX, and let's start with the back of the boat. Very nice, cool feature. If you're anchored out or you're going up to the beach, or you're beaching it down to Key Wading, or that type of thing, we've got a fold-out platform so you can swim on and off of it. Easy to get up back onto the boat without using the ladder. So kind of a nice feature on the back of the boat. And then over here, we've got the remote control for the stereo, and we've got a place to keep your phone and to plug your phone in as well. Drink holders, and then you got a really nice sun pad here. Very large. You can put 4 adults back here very comfortably. And then you've got this here. Now in most boats, before we had the engine. They were all IOs. We have now converted into the, down where we are in our market, we've converted into the outboards. Well, this is one of the advantages of not having the engine. That engine compartment and all that space is now storage. It's incredible. I mean, as far as a 31-foot boat, to have this kind of storage here is fantastic. All the fenders and lines and any toys and anything you're going to need to keep out of the way, stored safely and neatly right here. So as I move back into the boat, we've got a cooler right here. So when you are sitting back here, you can ice this down, and so you can get drinks from right on the back without having to get back into the boat. Battery switch is a really nice feature. I bring it up because it's super. When you get on the boat, it's the first thing you want to do. You're going to want to turn them on, and then it's the last thing you're going to want to do when you're leaving the boat. So really nice, great place to put it. You've got a wash down right here, so if you get coming on with sand or with salt on you, you can rinse yourself off before you get back inside the boat as well. You got a charger here, so if you had a situation where the battery, something was left on and the batteries are dead, you can plug it into a regular extension cord, give it about 30 minutes, you're going to fire up, off you go. You're going to be able to still go boating. So kind of a nice option to have. And then you've got the L-shaped seating, really nice, really comfortable. They put the rails up here. Even when you're sitting forward, it's still nice to have a rail to hold on to. And they've put the grips on there, make them a little bit more comfortable and better looking to hold on to. Nice drink holders. You've got storage down in here. So what we have is we've got an umbrella, and I'll show you that when we get to the bow of the boat. That's what that's for. And the table legs in here as well, and you still have plenty of other storage in here to store whatever you want. You can see the bass speaker on it. It's a big bass speaker. This sound will rock you. I guarantee you it'll rock you. So it's a super sound system. And as we move over to the starboard side, 2 seats here. We do have a cooler down here. So you can, what I use it for is to bring drinks on and off the boat, or food. So you carry it, then I put it in the refrigerator, and I slide it away. And when I go to leave, if I want to take things off the boat, I take the cooler home with me. And then over here is a refrigerator, and it's got a freezer in it, so you can keep about a 5-pound bag of ice in it, and it'll keep things cold, and it'll give you a combination with the ice and the cooler. And the refrigerator, you got plenty of air to keep everything cold on the boat. Another rail conveniently located here, and then a prep area. So sink, prepping, anything you need to do here. This particular one, they're all self-draining, but this particular one is great for a couple bottles of white wine. You can put the wine in here, dump a bag of ice on it, and it's insulated. It'll keep it cold all day. Great place to keep white wine right there. And you get the sink also. So as we move forward, a lot of times boats, if you're anchored out, if you're at the beach, or not, you beach the boat, that type of thing, or you're just hanging out, these seats are facing forward. They're not very comfortable for being part of the crowd in the back. So what they've done is they've taken this, and you can just turn. Now, this is part of the seating here. So now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, basically 10 adults comfortably sitting around on the conversation and not uncomfortably turning around. So nice feature that they did here. Locks in now. As far as the passenger seat itself, it's a 2 adult. It's not a single, so it's a double. You do have the bolster here, so if you like to sit up high, you can sit and you can look up over the windshield if you don't want to look through it. So you have the options on that. More speakers, a dry box in here to phone, anything that you don't want to get wet. It's all dry. Also has another outlet to charge your phone in there as well. You'll have those throughout the boat. And then here's the head. We've got the vacuum flush head. It's top of the line vacuum flush. That's the one you want in there. And the design is really, really nice. You've got a sink, you've got a window for fresh air, extra lighting. So plenty of room if you want to change your clothes to get out of your suit and get into clothes if you want to go to lunch or dinner. You can comfortably change your clothes down there. Plenty of room to do it. As we move over to the helm area, beautiful design. Really neat, really clean, ergonomically correct as far as the way it's set up. The Simrads, the dual screen Simrads are right in front of you, recessed, touchscreen, just fantastic. And you can have them on different screens. I can have one for the GPS. I can put a fish finder for depth. I can do a number of things with the 2 units. If something goes wrong with one, I've got the other. So having the 2 units is really nice. The Fusion stereo is recessed, and again, neat, clean. The Fusion is top of the line as far as marine stereos are concerned. All your switches here, these are all LED in here, so when you hit it, the blue LED turns on. You can tell that the item is actually on, which is nice. Over here, you've got the auto trim on the tabs, and so what I do is when you hit it on auto, as soon as I start getting on plane, when the bow starts to go up, it automatically brings the bow back down. And also, if you get a beam C and it's kind of leaning the boat on you a little bit, it's going to balance it out all by itself, and you're not having to do it on your own. So it's one less thing you have to worry about. It's nice. Then we got the digital throttle and shift. What it does is I've got the 2 engines, but I'll hit one lever. I actually put this down and get it out of the way. It reminds me that I'm in one lever. And then, so the whole rest of the trip, I'm using the one lever. Does both engines perfectly synchronized, the same RPM all the time. It's much, much better for the engine, and it's much better for me not having to adjust the RPM. So the digital throttle and shift is really nice. It's been out a while now. It's really nice. And then lastly, we've got the joystick. It does 3 things incredibly well. First thing, and probably foremost, as far as docking, if I've got a starboard side tie and I've got a wind blowing me off the dock, it's very difficult to get that boat on the dock when the wind's trying to push you off of it. So all I got to do here, I just take it and I push it like this, and the more that the wind is pushing me, I can push it more. I get more RPMs. I've never had a situation where I wasn't able to get it onto the dock. So it's safe, and then when I go to leave, same thing. I push it back the other way, it brings me back out, off, I'm gone, fantastic. Another thing it does is the sky hook. So if I go into a marina and they're going to give me a slip assignment and they give me a starboard side tie, what I do is I move off to the side of the channel a little bit. I hit the sky hook. GPS runs it, and it's going to keep me locked within about a 10-foot radius. And so now I can take my time. I can go to the back of the boat. I can open up the trunk. I can get my lines. I can get my fenders, and I can take my time and put everything all out, nice and safe, not running around the boat, not hurting yourself, and the boat also isn't moving. So I'm not having to jump back, trying to reposition because I'm drifting into something else. So it's just really nice. And then when I'm done, I take the sky hook off, and in I go. And lastly, it does the it's an autopilot. We call it auto heading. And so if I want to take this to Key West, it's 94 miles. I'm going to come out our pass here, Gordon's Pass, and I'm going to point. There's a little boat on here with a line that goes out. I'll expand it out all the way to the Keys down here. And just the outside marker there, I'm going to go off to the side a little bit, and then I'm going to hit the auto heading button right here. This boat is going to take me directly there. I don't have to drive the boat. So now I can sit here like this, and I can be involved in the conversations for the next 3.5 hours with the people versus me driving the boat the whole time. And another big deal about that is I'm going to get there probably 20 to 25 minutes faster and burn less fuel because I'm going in an exact straight line. When you're driving the boat, we have what we call cookies. It shows your track. You can't help it. It's the waves and the wind and everything else. Just your line's going like this all the way. So with that auto heading, my enjoyment as the captain is much, much better, where I don't have to sit here and be the one driving the boat the whole time and not enjoying the conversation with my guests. So it's a really, really nice feature. And the other part on the sky hook, at the end of the day, point the boat at the sunset. It'll keep the boat perfectly focused, so you can go to the forward lounge seats. You're very comfortable. You're looking right at the sunset. It'll keep you there 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, whatever you want, and you're facing the sun the whole way. It's a very relaxing way to end the day. And if I had to drop the anchor, the boat spins this way, it spins that way, it spins the other way. This way I know I'm getting the best seat in the house every single time. Fantastic. So let's move forward. So we got breaker panels here, conveniently located for the captain if he needs them. And then this closes off, and then this will fold up and actually close off. So if it's chilly, if it's windy, I can block all the wind here and take all the wind from blowing through these two front seats right here. Much more comfortable, especially in the winter months where we get a little bit cooler temperatures. When it's nice out, wide open, it's comfortable. But if you need it, it's nice to have. So as we move to the bow, really, really comfortable seating area up here. Two large lounges. So you can have someone lounging on either side, and you can have someone sitting beside them. So you can have 4 people facing forward out of the bow, along with another 4 here. So you can put comfortably 6, but up to 8 people up here. This is Yacht Certified, so you can put as many people on the boat as you want. And you've got rails for everybody to grab. You get sounds, you get speakers, you get drink holders. Then up here, you got your windlass. Conveniently located. It's recessed. It's not up on the top, so it's out of the way. I have the remote control, so I can control the anchor here, and also I can control it from the helm. So if I happen to be by myself, I could still use the anchor if I needed it, and controlling it from the helm. So nice feature there. And then you've got here, you've got, if you were up on here and you did need to rinse what I do is I rinse the anchor off. When I'm done, it's going to have maybe some salt, maybe a little bit of dirt on it. I've got a wash down right here. I can rinse it all off right here because it's stainless steel. You want to keep the salt off it. You want to keep it clean, looking good. So the wash down up front is very, very handy. So there you have it. It's a fantastic boat. It does everything very, very well. With the 2 engines, I mean, you can take long trips on it easily, safely. And the performance on it is fantastic. It's going to get you where you want to go in a hurry if you want to. So any questions on it? My name is Bob Freeman. Please give me a call at 603-213-1194.